Page number 3, December 214, English, paper 2. Directions. This paper contains 50 objective type questions of 2 marks each. All questions are compulsory. আমি প্রথমে পুরো কোয়েশ্চেনটা পড়ে দেব with the choice আর তারপর correct answerটা বলবো. Number 1. Two of the following list are angry young men of the 1950s British literary scene. John Osborne, the C.P. Snow, Anthony Powell, and Kingsley Amis. The right combination according to the code is 1 and 2, 1 and 4, 2 and 4, and 1 and 3. The correct answer is 1 and 4. The hint given is the angry young men were a group of mostly working and middle-class British playwrights and novelists who became prominent in the 1950s. The group's leading members included John Osborne and Kingsley Amis. Number 2. Lawrence Sterne's Tristram Shandy contains 6 volumes, 9 volumes, 10 volumes or 4 volumes. It contains 4 volumes. The answer, the hint. The life and opinions of Tristram Shandy, gentleman, is a humorous novel by Lawrence Sterne. It was published in 9 volumes, the first 2 appearing in 1759 and 7 others following over the next 7 years. Volumes 3, 4 in 1761, volumes 5, 6 in 1762, volumes 7, 8 in 1765 and volume 9 in 1767. Number 3. Which of the following statement is not true of Areopagitica? The options given are: it was published in 1644, it argues for the liberty of unlicensed printing, C. it pleads for the British privileges regarding free trade, and D. it is a speech addressed to the Parliament. The correct answer is C. it pleads for British privileges regarding free trade. The hint given is Areopagitica, a speech of Mr. John Milton for the liberty of unlicensed printing to the Parliament of England, is a 1944 prose polemical tract by the English poet, scholar and polemical author John Milton opposing licensing and censorship. Number 4. Thomas Hardy's last major novel was A. Tess of the D'Urbervilles, B. Jude the Obscure, C. The Return of the Native, and D. The Trumpet Major. The answer is B. Jude the Obscure. The last completed Thomas Hardy's novel began as a magazine serial in December 1894 and was first published in a book form in 1895. Number 5. The Hind and the Panther transversed to the story of the country mouse and the city mouse is a satire on A. Alexander Pope, B. Jonathan Swift, C. John Dryden, and D. Samuel Butler. The hint. C. The Hind and the Panther, a poem in 3 parts, is 1687, is an allegory in heroic by John Dryden. At some 2,600 lines, It is much the longest of Dryden's poems, translations accepted, and perhaps the most controversial. Number 6. Match the columns. Match the columns. Terms they have given: Apollonian, Dionysian, fancy, imagination, Hellenism, Hebraism, and inscape, interest. Theorists Matthew Arnold, Frederick Nietzsche, G.H. Hopkins, and S.T. Coleridge. Codes: A, B, C, and D. It's very difficult to explain, so I am not doing this. Number 7. The king in King Lear, who among the following speaks in the voice of poor Tom? A. Kent, B. Edgar, C. Edmund, and D. Gloucester. The answer is B. Edgar. In number 8, in Wordsworth's prelude, the boy of Winander is affected by A. blindness, B. deafness, C. muteness, and D. lameness. The hint of question number 8, the correct answer is C. The death of Wordsworth's boy of Winander reflects his fascination with the eternal and the ephemeral, but there is a contradictory dimension to his thought. On the one hand, death stops the boy's potential. On the other, death keeps the boy of Winander from all of those corrupting factors and influences of adulthood. The boy of Winander is cut off before he can fulfill his potential and preserved in his purity, his closest relationship to the immortal against the inevitable corruption of adulthood. Number 9. Which of the following is not mentioned in the part as a part of the London locale in the Waste Land? A. St. Magnus Martyr, B. King Arthur Street, number C. St. Mary Woolnoth, and D. Lower Thames Street. The correct answer is D. Lower Thames Street. The hint given here is the Waste Land. T.S. Eliot is widely regarded as one of the most important poems of 20th century and a central text in poetry. Thames Street is mentioned in the Diary of Samuel Pepys. Number 10. Which of the following novels is not written by Jean Rhys? Jean, Jean, and Rhys, Rhys. A. After Leaving Mr. Mackenzie. B. Good Morning Midnight. C. The Quiet American, and D. The White Sargasso Sea. The answer is C. The Quiet American. The hint given is The Quiet American is an anti-war novel by English author Graham Greene, first published in the United Kingdom in 1955 and in the United States in 1956. Continued, page number 4. Number 11. The first official Royal Poet Laureate in English literary history was A. Ben Jonson, B. William Davenant, C. John Dryden, and D. Thomas Shadwell. The hint given is C. John Dryden is the correct answer. Was an English poet, literary critic, translator, and playwright who was made poet laureate in 1668. Number 12. Who does Alexander Pope refer to in the following lines? Born to no pride, inheriting no strife, nor marrying discord in a noble wife, stranger to civil and religious rage, the good man walked innoxious through his age. A. Pope's father, B. Pope himself, C. Dr. Arbuthnot, and D. the Duke of Marlborough. The correct answer is C. Dr. Arbuthnot. The hint given is the Epistle of Dr. Arbuthnot is a satire in poetic form written by Alexander Pope and addressed to his friend Dr. John Arbuthnot, a physician. There is no mention of his father. Number 13. The theory of natural selection is attributed to A. Arthur Schopenhauer, B. Charles Darwin, C. A. N. Whitehead, and D. Aldous Huxley. The correct answer is B. Charles Darwin. Number 14. Which character in William Golding's Lord of the Flies maintains life is scientific? A. Simon, B. Piggy, C. Ralph, and D. Jack. The correct answer is B. Piggy. The hint given: Robert Southey Pool. Number 14. The character in William Golding's Lord of the Flies maintains life is scientific. A. The choices given are A. Simon, B. Piggy, C. Ralph, and D. Jack. The correct answer is Piggy. B. Piggy. The hint given is Lord of the Flies is a 1954 dystopian novel by Nobel Prize winning English author William Golding about a group of British boys stuck in an uninhabited island who try to govern themselves with disastrous results. Number 15. Match the authors under the list A with the titles of under list 2. List 1. A. Claude Lévi-Strauss, B. Jacques Derrida, C. Northrop Frye, and D. Michael Foucault. List 2. Of grammatology, second, the archaeology of knowledge, third, the structural anthropology, and fourth, anatomy of criticism. The correct answer is C. C is A. Claude Lévi has written the grammatology. Jacques Derrida has written Claude Lévi-Strauss has written structural anthropology. B. Jacques Derrida has written number 1 of grammatology. C. Northrop Frye has written anatomy of criticism, and D. Michael Foucault has written the archaeology of knowledge. Number 16. How did Chaucer's pardoner make his living? A. By selling stolen cattle from the neighborhood ottery, by selling indulgences to those who committed sins, by pardoning those who stole property or committed other crimes, by assisting the friar in church services. The correct answer is B. By selling indulgences to those who committed sins. From among the following, identify to establish a utopian community of free love on the banks of the Susquehanna River. Number 17. A. Lord Byron, Lord Southey, William Hazlitt, and D. William Wordsworth. The correct answer is B. Robert Southey. The hint given is Robert Southey was an English poet of the Romantic school, one of the so-called Lake poets, and poet laureate for 30 years from 1813 to his death in 1843. Although his fame has been long eclipsed by that of his contemporaries and friends William Wordsworth and Samuel Taylor Coleridge, Southey's verse still enjoys some popularity. Number 18. Which of the following novels of H. G. Wells is about the condition of England as empire? A. The Island of Dr. Moreau, B. The War of the Worlds, C. Tono Bungay, and D. The Invisible Man. The correct answer is B. The War of the Worlds. The War of the Worlds is a science fiction novel by English author H. G. Wells. H. G. Wells. The novel has been variously interpreted as a contemporary on evolutionary theory, British imperialism, and generally Victorian superstitions, fears, and prejudices. Number 19. Jhutan by Om Prakash Valmiki is A. a collection of poems, B. a play, C. an autobiography, and D. a novel. The correct answer is C. an autobiography. Om Prakash Valmiki, this is the hint given. Om Prakash Valmiki was an Indian Dalit writer and poet, well known for his autobiography Jhutan. In his novel Jhutan, he talked about the discrimination they had to face in the school at different points. Number 20. Listed below are some English plays across several centuries. Twelfth Night, She Stoops to Conquer, The Importance of Being Earnest, Pygmalion, and Blithe Spirit. What is common to them? A. All problem plays, scheming and intrigue. B. All tragedies, sin and redemption. C. All ideologically framed, class and gender. D. All romantic comedies, love and laughter. The correct answer is D. Number 21. Who among the following wrote a poem comparing a lover's heart to a hand grenade? A. John Donne, B. Graham Cowley, C. Winfred Owen, and D. Robert Graves. The correct answer is B. Abraham Cowley. The hint given is Abraham Cowley was an English poet born in the city of London late in 1618. He was one of the leading English poets of the 17th century. Abraham Cowley should justly be remembered by history as the person who composed the poem My Lover's Heart, a Hand Grenade. My Lover's Heart, a Hand Grenado. Number 21. Who among the following wrote a poem comparing a lover's heart to Number 22. The uncertainty principle is attributed to A. William James, B. John Dewey, C. Werner Heisenberg, D. Charles Darwin. The correct answer is Werner Heisenberg. The hint given is uncertainty principle, also known as Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, is any of a variety of mathematical inequalities asserting a fundamental limit to the precision with which certain pairs of physical properties of a particle known as complementary variables, including introduced first in 1927 by the German physicist Werner Heisenberg. It states that the more precisely the position of some particle is determined, the less precisely its momentum can be known, and vice versa. Now, number 23, Jabberwocky is a creation in Edward Lear's poetry, B. Lewis Carroll's work, C. Charles Darwin's Martin Chuzzlewit, and D. Thomas Hardy's Woodlanders. The correct answer is B. Lewis Carroll's work. Number 23. Jabberwocky is a nonsense poem written by Lewis Carroll in his 1871 novel Through the Looking Glass and What Alice Found There, a sequel to Alice's Adventure in Wonderland. Jabberwocky is considered one of the greatest nonsense poems written in English. Number 4. Who were Didi and Gogo? A. They were two characters in Endgame. B. They were nicknames respectively for Lucky and Pozo. C. They were nicknames respectively for Vladimir and Estragon. And D. They were two characters in Breath. The correct answer is C. They were nicknames respectively for Vladimir and Estragon. Number 25. Who among the following theorists talked about the circulation of social energy? A. Raymond Williams, Stephen Greenblatt, Antonio Gramsci, and D. Hayden White. The correct answer is Stephen Greenblatt. Number 25. The hint. Stephen Greenblatt's essay, The Circulation of Social Energy, questions the effectiveness of literary culture as social energy through his examinations of Shakespeare, the Renaissance literary canon, and theatrical representation. Number 26. How many legends of good women could Chaucer complete in his The Legend of Good Women? A. 6, B. 7, C. 8, and D. 9. The correct answer is D. 9. The correct answer, the hint to the correct answer is The Legend of Good Women is a poem in the form of a dream vision by Geoffrey Chaucer. The poet recounts 10 stories of virtuous women in 9 sections. The legends are Cleopatra, Thisbe, Dido, Hypsipyle, Medea, Lucrece, Ariadne, Philomena, Phyllis, and Phyllis. Okay. Number 27. The Round Table is a collection of essays jointly written by A. Charles Lamb and William Hazlitt, B. Charles Lamb and Leigh Hunt. Number 3. William Hazlitt and Leigh Hunt. and D. William Hazlitt and Thomas de Quincey? The answer is C. The answer is William Hazlitt and Leigh Hunt. Hint given is The Round Table is a collective essay of William Hazlitt and Leigh Hunt, published in 1817. Hazlitt contributed 40 essays while Hunt submitted 12. Dylan Thomas is associated with the group A. The New Apocalypse, B. The Black Arts, C. The Movement, and D. The Image Poetry. Answer is A. The New Apocalypse. The answer is A. Correct. Number 29. Number 29. Which of the following writers writes from Canada? A. V.S. Naipaul, B. Margaret Atwood, C. Derek Walcott, and D. James Joyce. The correct answer is the Margaret Eleanor Atwood is a Canadian novelist, literary critic, essayist, and environmental activist. Number 30. The boast of heraldry, the pomp of power, and all that beauty, all that wealth ever gave, awaits like the inevitable hour the paths of glory and led but to the grave. The answer is, what is the subject of awaits? What is the subject of awaits? A. Hour, the things mentioned in the first two lines, and C. all that beauty, all that wealth ever gave, and D. the grave. The correct answer is the grave. T. The grave. Number 31. Number 31. Heaven has no rage like love to hatred turned, nor hell a fury like a woman scorned. Identify the text in which the above quote occurs. A. The double leader, the way of the world, and C. the mourning bride, and D. love for God. The hint given is The Mourning Bride is a tragedy written by a British playwright, William Congreve. The hint given is The Mourning Bride is a tragedy written by British playwright William Congreve. Number 32. A Young Lady's Entrance into the World is the subtitle of Belinda, A. Belinda, B. Cecilia, C. Evelina, and D. Camellia. The correct answer is A. Belinda. No. The correct answer is Evelina. C. Evelina. The hint given is Evelina, or The History of a Young Lady's Entrance into the World, is a novel written by English author Fanny Burney and first published in 1778. Number 34. Which of the following Number 33. The old changeth, yielding place to new, is from Morted Arthur, Idylls of the King, and Paracelsus and Orlando. The correct answer is Paracelsus. Answer is A. No, 33. Bhool. Number 33, the old order changeth, yielding place to new, is from A. Morte de Arthur, B. Idylls of the King, C. Paracelsus, and D. Asolando. The correct answer is Morte de Arthur. Next, number 34. Which of the following cannot be classified as fantasy fiction? A. The Inheritors, B. The Magus, C. The Lord of the Rings, and D. The History of Man, Malcolm Bradbury. D. Now, number 35. Philosophy of Symbolic Forms is a work associated with Wilhelm von Humboldt, B. Ernest Cassirer, D. Immanuel Kant, and Barista Vico. D. Barista Vico. The correct answer is B. Ernest Cassirer was a German. The hint given is he was a German philosopher trained within the Neo-Kantian Marburg school. He initially followed his mentor Hermann Cohen in attempting to supply an idealistic philosophy of science. Number 36. Which of the following facts is not true of Spenser? First, A. He is a kind of English Homer, telling stories of heroic confrontations. B. He fashioned an original verse from the Spenserian stanza. C. He opposed England's break with the Roman Catholic Church. And D. He is a Christian poet. The answer is C. He opposed England's break with the Roman Catholic Church. Roman Catholic Church. This is C. Number 37. William Blake developed the idea of prolifics and devourers in A. Jerusalem, B. Milton, Marriage of Heavens and Hell, D. Songs of Innocence and Songs of Experience. The correct answer is C. The Marriage of Heaven and Hell is a book by the English poet and printmaker William Blake. It is a series of texts written in imitation of biblical prophecy, but expressing Blake's own intensely personal, romantic, and revolutionary beliefs. Number 38. Surrealism is associated with A. Ernest Cassirer, B. Tristan Tzara, C. Henrik Ibsen, and D. André Breton. The correct answer is André Breton, that is D. Surrealism, the correct answer is D, and the hint given is Surrealism is a cultural movement that began in the early 1920s and is best known for its visual artworks and writings. André Breton was explicit in his assertion, and Surrealism was, above all, a revolutionary movement. Number 39. And miles to go before I sleep is a line from the poem A by Emily Dixon, B by Walt Whitman, C by Ralph Waldo Emerson, and D by Robert Frost. The correct answer is D, Robert Frost. Number 40. What common link do you find among The Disquieting Muses by Sylvia Plath, The Starry Night by Anne Sexton, Morning Picture by Adrian Rich and Musée des Beaux-Arts by H.D. Auden. A. The inspired paintings. B. They were confessional poems. C. They were all inspired by paintings. And D. They were all inspired by Van Gogh's paintings. The correct answer is C. The correct answer is C. Number 41. All Rising to Great Place is a dash satire. Is by a dash satire. A. Murky. B. Winding. C. Crooked. D. Sinister. Page number 41. The correct answer is Winding. B. Sir Francis titled The Winding Stair, full of very accurate and well-researched historical data, presented, however, in a captivating narrative rather than the dry analytical style of experts. Number 42. In Jeremy Collier's 1698 pamphlet, Attacking the Immortality and Profaneness of the English Stage, who among the following was the principal target? Who among the following was the principal target? A. William Congreve. B. John Dryden. C. John Vanbrugh. D. William Wycherley. The correct answer is C and D. That is C and D. John Vanbrugh and William Wycherley. The hint given is in March 1698, Jeremy Collier published his anti-theatre pamphlet, A Short View of the Immortality and Profaneness of the English Stage. In the pamphlet, Collier attacks a number of playwrights: William Wycherley, John Dryden, William Congreve, John Vanbrugh, and Thomas de Offrey. Number 43. Charles Dickens' visit to the United States produced A. Hard Times, B. Nicholas Nickleby, C. Martin Chuzzlewit, and D. Oliver Twist. C. Martin Chuzzlewit is the correct answer. Number 44. Who among the following is a working class poet? A. John Benjamin. B. Tony Harrison. C. Tom Gunn, and D. Robert Graves. The correct answer is B. Tony Harrison is an English poet, translator, and playwright. Number 45. New Science is a work associated with Ernest Cassirer, B. Wilhelm von Humboldt, C. G. Battista Vico, and D. Immanuel Kant. Number 45. The answer is C. G. Battista Vico. Number 46. Identify Petrarch's sonnet sequence from among the following. First, A. Rhine's Pass, B. Astrophel and Stella, C. Amoretti, and D. Delia. The correct answer is B. Astrophel and Stella. Philip Sidney's Astrophel and Stella is an English sonnet sequence containing 10% sonnets and 11 songs. 108 sonnets and 11 songs. The name derives from the two Greek words aster, star, and phil, lover, and Latin word stella meaning star. Number 47. The island setting of Latmos figures in Keats' Endymion. B. The Eve of Saint Agnes. C. Lamia. And D. Hyperion. The correct answer is A. Endymion is a poem by John Keats, first published in 1880. It begins with the line, "A thing of beauty is a joy forever." Endymion is written in rhyming couplets in iambic pentameter. Number 49. Number 48. The artist hero is a theatrical creation emphasized by A. W.B. Yeats, B. Charles Baudelaire, C. Oscar Wilde, and D. Andre Gide. The correct answer is Oscar Wilde. C. Number 49. Which is the following African writers won a Nobel Prize for Literature? Chinua Achebe, Nadine Gordimer, Ngui Dat-Hyong, and Bessie Head. D. B. Nadine Gordimer. Nadine Gordimer was a South African writer, political activist, and recipient of the 1991 Nobel Prize for Literature. Number 50. My lute, be as thou wert when thou didst grow with thy green mother in some shady grove. The above quote is an example of A. End-stopped rhyme, B. Alliteration, C. Run on line, and D. Turquet. The correct answer is C. Run on the line. End of page number 6. End of page number 6 and end of December 2014 English paper 2.